Okay, so today we're going to review our combinations of functions. We're going to add, subtract, multiply, divide, and then we're going to find the composition of one function with another. We've done all that before. We've actually already practiced it in our prerequisite stuff that we did, right? So the book, I think we need to go through this a little bit. And in order to get the college algebra portion of, so you can get it for dual credit, we have to go over it. Okay, so two functions can be combined by the operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, just as two real numbers can. We've done that before. You've seen it happen, correct? Okay, so here's an example. It says find the sum of f and g using the graph. So I have this graph here, and I remembered to turn on my pencil, and I need to combine it. Now, the only thing I can combine is shared domain. Okay, so I'm going to come down here. The domain of arithmetic combinations of f and g consists of all the real numbers that are common to both their domains. So, can I put -1 when I add them?
Yeah. No.
They have to be common to the domain. The only common area I have is here and where? There. Is this common over here?
No.
No. That's in G but not in F, isn't it? What about over here? It's an F and not in G. So can I combine those? Can I add, subtract, multiply, or divide them? No. So the only thing I can combine are the two, not the two, but okay, so I can combine this. Let me erase a little bit so we don't have. This extra stuff. So I can add those 2 points, right?
Yes.
Are these good ones? Pretty good? So this would be x is -1, yes? For both f and g, x is -1. Okay, and it says the sum, so that means add, right? So f at -1 is what? F at -1 is 0. Plus, and what is g at -1? -1. Or -1, that's horrible. So that point would be -1, -1, right? Okay. Then we got 0. So when x is 0, what's f?
F is
3 halves?
Yeah, 3/2.
3 halves?
Yeah.
That's my big dot there. And then we're going to be minus, right? And what's g? How'd I get 3 halves?
Yes.
So at 0, when x is 0, what is your y on f? 3 halves. 1.5, which is 3 halves.
You just turn it into a proper fraction.
Yes,
okay.
because I can't do anything else with the mixed number. Okay, and then I'm going to subtract this time because it's negative, yes? -2, common denominator would be 4 halves. So that would be 0, what?
0, -1.
Okay, and the next point we have is 1. And could we get some in-between points if we wanted to? Yeah, but those are just harder. They'd be more estimating or guessing. Okay, so f at 1 is what?
1.
3. And g at 1 is
1.
1. So that point would be 1, 4.
Yep.
So I'm going to I'm going to graph at -1, -1, right? And then 0, -1/2.
Yes.
And 1, 4. And that would be the combination of the two. So what was the domain that we used?
All real numbers.
We did not use all real numbers.
Use -1 or
Negative
X.
one.
Negative 1 is less than equal to x, which is less than equal to 1. Why didn't we use -2? And why didn't we use 2?
Because they weren't like shared.
Right, they're not shared. So when you do this, I probably should have done the domain first. Would that have helped me to know where to stop and start? And we did, we just didn't write down.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yep.
Could I subtract the 2?
Yep.
Yes?
Probably.
All I would do is what with these numbers over here? Instead of
You would
add them, I would subtract them. Could I multiply the 2?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yep. And all I would do is multiply the y's, not the x's, the y's. Because the y's are the answer, what comes out of the equation, correct? In division, I would just do what?
Just
Divide them. I think you have a problem that has A, B, C, D, whatever, and it gives you one graph, and it says add them, subtract them, multiply them, divide them. You're going to do the same thing with your y's, but you'll add your y's, subtract your y's, divide your y's. Do you guys want to do another one of those? Or we think we got it?
Let's do numbers.
Okay. What do you want to do? Multiply, divide, subtract,
I want to divide.
Division.
division?
I want to divide 3 over 2 by 4. Take the thumb.
I don't know why I just erased that, but I did. Might as well start all over. So the x's we used were -1, 0, and 1, correct? Now, if we're going to divide f by g, does it make a difference if I divide f by g or g by f?
I don't know.
No.
Yes,
No.
because division is not commutative. It's not, I can't reciprocate it and get the same answer, can I?
So which one would you
Okay, so we're going to do f divided by g. Okay, so what is your f at -1?
F is 0.
0. I should maybe say y. What is your y on g at -1?
-1.
-1. So I get -1 what?
0.
0. Okay, at 0, what's your f?
1?
3
3
halves. Okay, and
Negative.
-4 half.
Yeah.
nope, I don't think so.
-2.
A -2. So I have to multiply by the reciprocal, yes? What is the reciprocal of -1/2? I mean, I just gave the answer. What is the reciprocal of -2?
A half.
-1/2. So I get 0, -3/4. Kale, is that what you said?
No.
No?
I didn't say anything.
Okay, I thought you did. Okay, what is your f at 1? 3. And what is your g at 1?
1.
1. So the point is
3.
3. So if I come over here, I have -1, 0. I have 0, -3/4. And 1, 3. And if I were to connect the dots, it would look like that. Mine aren't very straight, but it makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is just writing it. You guys should know, stop before you write down. This is just different ways to write it, correct?
Yeah.
I can write it f plus g of x, or I can write it f of x plus g of x. So I don't know if you even need to write this down, do you?
Already
It's all
did.
the same.
You already did.
Probably
I
not.
saw it in the book.
Yeah, if you saw it in the book, that's a, but do you know this stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can write it together or apart. Okay. What's this over here?
G of x can equal 0.
Why does it say that?
Because the denominator can't be 0.
Because the denominator can't be 0. It's just a domain statement, isn't it? You'll get that a lot of times when you get rational functions in the textbook. It will give you a problem and say x can't equal 3/4. And you're like, what is that? Well, it's 3x minus 4 in the denominator, so x can't equal, actually I said that wrong, 4x minus 3, so x can't equal 3/4 because you add the 3 divided by 4, right? So don't stress too much, but you should know their domains, right?
What happens if there is a 0 in the denominator?
Then it's no solution. You just would have no solution. So if we were back on the other one where we had we had 0 over -1, we came out with 0 over 1, there'd be no solution. There'd be,
Your iPad says something.
okay.
Your iPad says something.
Oh, it's fine. Questions about this? Have you seen this before?
Probably.
Yes. Probably since Algebra 1 you've seen it. Should have. Okay, find the sum and difference in product and quotient of g of x, f of x and g of x, and then evaluate when it's 3. So we have 4 problems there, 5 problems. Sum, difference, quotient, product. Okay, do you guys want to jump in and try to do it yourself? You want to do one together?
Jump in.
Okay,
Water's nice.
so you guys,
Maybe it's nice for you.
it's fine, it's fine. We're going to add, subtract, multiply, divide, G and F and G, and then at the end, we're going to plug that into the sum. So, if you don't want to work with me, don't work with me, do it on your own. I'm going to have F plus G of X, so that means I write F of X minus 3 plus G of X. Now, I'm not putting any parentheses here because I'm adding. When I distribute a positive 1, does it make any difference?
No, it does not.
It does not, so we don't need to jumble it up. So now I just combine like terms. Bless you. So if I do it right, I'm pretty sure I get x squared plus 2x minus 4. Okay. So then F minus G. Now it doesn't tell me which order, but we're going to assume it's F then G because they stated F first, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then F minus G. So F is 2x minus 3 minus, now I have to put what?
Minus x squared.
Don't I have to do a parenthesis now?
No.
Yes, unless you distribute it. If you want to write minus x squared plus 1, that's fine. But make sure you do it.
Do what?
Distribute your negative.
Plus 1.
Well, after we distribute it, it's going to be minus x squared plus 1. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so then combine like terms, and I get negative x squared plus 2x minus 3. No, 2. Now, I want you guys to write it with a positive x squared. How would I do that?
You transfer it over to the other
Factor
side.
it out.
Autumn goes, all I do is this, right? Move it all over where?
So the
Opposite side, and it would be x squared minus 2x
Plus 2.
plus 2. And I want you guys, because I'll do that, I'll be like, oop, here we go. And are these the same answers?
Yes.
Yes. You need to see that those are the same answers. Okay, so we added, subtracted, let's multiply.
I was ready for it.
I turned around and it stopped.
Okay, so multiplication, I need parentheses, yes? Especially when I have quantities, because if I have quantities and I'm multiplying, I have to do what? I have to distribute. So 2x cubed minus 2x.
Squared.
No.
Right.
No. Minus 2x. Minus 3x squared plus 3. And then combine like terms. So 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 2x plus 3. No, we don't need to factor it. We just came from that. Correct? If we were dividing, then it would be factoring. Yes? No. Okay, so now we're going to factor, yes? F of x.
Yeah.
And that's an x. Ooh. Divided by g of x.
Yes.
So f of x is 2x minus 3. And g of x is x squared minus 1. In order to be able to divide, we have to factor first, like whole quantities need to come out, yes? And we're going to put those, yes, Isaiah?
I was gonna say that you can just multiply all by denominator.
The conjugate? Well, that would be fine, but then that would still leave us, that we'd only want to do that if it was an imaginary or a radical.
Isn't it different?
And we will do that. The denominator is difference of squares, isn't it?
Yes.
So 2x minus 3. Ethan, good job noticing that. And then x minus 1 and x plus 1. And when we get to these, I will expect you to do that. Can I simplify anything out? No. But did I check?
Yeah.
Yes. And x can't equal what?
X can't equal
Plus or minus
plus
one.
or minus 1.
Plus or minus 1. So when you have a rational number, should you always state a domain?
Yes.
Yes. And now the last step says, and then evaluate when the sum is 3. So which one is the sum?
The plus.
The top one.
The very top one, right?
Top left.
So then we have
Subtract
f plus g of not x, but what?
3.
3. And since we already did the math, right? So we have 3 squared is 9 plus 2 times 3, which is 6. And I wrote the answer. So it's 15 minus 4 is 11. Now, could I put 3 in f of x?
Yes.
6 minus 3 is 3. And then 9 squared, or 3 squared is 9 minus 1 is 8. So 3 plus 8 is what? 11. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do it again. They just wrote out. What are we gonna do in the first one?
Divide F by G.
Divide by f. So do it. Divide f by g. I wouldn't worry about writing. I just write out your answer.
I didn't do the last one right.
Hmm.
I didn't do the last one right.
Squared. Not times 2.
I thought we did it for.
No, you put it in the answer. Oh, but you were putting in the other one?
Yeah.
But you could have, but you still should have came out right. But just put in the answer. That makes it easier. Less plugging in. So 9 plus 6 minus 4. Red's kind of harsh, isn't it? You guys like blue?
I love blue.
You love blue. Bradley, can you see back there okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, wow. Guess I'm not blue.
I just choose not to.
I'm farther back from Brad.
I like those
Wait, who
ones.
asked? I'm sorry.
Your mom.
She has to-
Gentlemen,
she knows
please
I'm
stop.
thinking about.
I was just asking if there was a glare. That's all I was asking.
It's dark outside.
Okay. So.
No, don't do it.
Don't do what?
Don't start saying the answer.
I was going to ask what I'm forgetting. I need to do what? I need to factor. Why do I need to factor?
So you get simplified answers.
So I can simplify my answer, right?
You see if it reduces that. One thing reduces.
Yeah, you should actually take
X minus 4 X plus 2.
everything.
Yeah. And X minus 4 is reduced out.
Okay, so it factors the denominator so I can reduce out the whole quantities, and I'm left with 1 over x plus 2. Be careful, trick question, bless you. What is my domain?
It cannot equal negative plus or minus 2.
Not plus or minus 2.
Negative 2.
Wait,
Positive 2. 1/2.
Doesn't have one.
Zero.
Just negative
4 and negative 2.
Ow.
So negative 2. Where'd I get 4 from?
Before you reduced it.
Before I reduced it. Remember, I reduced it out, yes, but it still can't be 4, can it?
No.
So be careful with that.
Okay, go.
And we'll keep working on that. That's why I keep bringing it up. What are you going to do next?
Divide g of x, man.
Okay, g of x by f of x. But you could just take this answer and reciprocate it, yes?
Yep.
So do it.
So then,
So,
Domain is,
okay, or do the whole thing.
your domain would be just x such that x can equal 4 again, right?
Gail, could you stop being sick, please?
I'm assuming it's allergies. Have you guys looked at a ditch lately?
A ditch?
A ditch. They're full of goldenrod.
X minus 4 is
Just
denominator.
don't allergies.
Yeah,
honestly.
Okay.
Your denominator is x minus 4.
Who just said don't have allergies?
Oh,
No, actually.
No, somebody up there said that.
if you don't have allergies, you are so lucky.
Thank you.
I don't.
Evan's only allergic, so.
Okay, so let's stay back on track, guys. So x minus 4 reduce, yes? So my answer is x plus 2, but my domain still has a limitation of what?
And I equal 4.
4. Just because it simplifies out to a whole number does not mean I can stick 4 into the original problem, can I? Okay, now what?
Divide it, and then at the end, plug in a
Divide it, but have we already done that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, so it's right here.
So just plug in negative 1 for x.
So that equals 1 over negative 1 plus 2, which is
Negative 1.
Well, 1.
1.
So 1.
Would that be in,
Nope, because it's negative 1 plus 2. You're multiplying. Your brain's wanting to multiply. Okay, when they throw in this, okay, this is performing, A and B is performing function operations. Okay, you're simplifying your answers. C, you are evaluating. What is the difference between simplifying and evaluating?
Simplifying and evaluating.
Mm-hmm.
Evaluating
Evaluating
x
your
equal to.
check.
Yeah, when I evaluate, I have an answer. Yes? I have a final answer. When I simplify, I have a final numerical answer. When I simplify, do I have a numerical answer? No. I have another function or some combination of that, correct? Of variables. Equations have x's and y's in them, don't they? Natalie, you're spacing.
I'm sorry.
Big time.
Yeah.
Okay, now, composite functions. We've done those before too, right? There's a lot of words up here, and I don't know if you want to write them all, so read before you write. This is composite functions, yes? What does it mean? F of g of x or f composed with g. That's what the little open circle is, not multiply. What's it mean? Adelaide?
G, like,
Mhm.
in F.
Yes, I put g because it was f of x, wasn't it? And x became what? G of x.
Oh, g of x.
So I put g of x into f. I put the inside function into the outside function.
okay, so
Can I?
that means whatever the x is, g of x will be multiplied.
No, g of x replaces whatever the x is. The whole function g of x. Or if g of x is 6, then it replaces it as 6.
Something like that one, it would be x plus 1 squared.
Yes. So for this one, it would be, let's see, it's x squared, yes? But what's x now? X plus 1. So x plus 1 quantity squared. So that means I have to FOIL it out, yes? So that would be x squared plus 2x plus 1. So what about g of f of x?
The x squared,
The x squared goes in for the x, right?
so then it'd be x squared plus 1.
Plus 1. What about g of x?
X plus 1 plus x plus, or times x
You
plus
plug g of x in for x, yes?
Yes.
So it'd be x plus 1.
Plus
That's your
1,
x.
Plus 1,
Plus 1. So it simplifies to x plus
2.
2. Could I put f of g of f of g of f of f of f of x?
But why would you be that rude?
That would be a lot, right? Okay. Now you have a problem where they give you a graph and they say, they give you a graph. So you have a picture in front of you, yes?
Yeah.
And it says f of g of x. So you have to go to your picture and figure out what g of x is, right? And then go to the f of x picture and figure out what that is. So you have an actual number to do, not compounds. So we've done this before too, yes? Yes?
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yep. Flashbacks,
Yeah.
nightmares,
More
Oh,
like,
yeah,
night terrors.
more like nightmares.
Yes,
So, like, in your second example below the
right here.
box, yes,
Yes,
you put
I put f into g.
into, okay.
So I put that into right there.
I hate it when these problems, then you get like a real lengthy G and you put an F.
Yeah, or you get like a trinomial you have to square. And I will expect you guys, if you had like a binomial to the 5th, would I expect you to multiply that out?
Yes.
No, I would not. Would I expect you to square a trinomial?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, reasonable things.
What's a trinomial?
Tri means how many?
Three.
3. So
Until you succeed.
3 terms.
What the hell is a nomial?
Oh my
A monomial. Mono means
One.
1.
I'm not good with both.
This
those
is a
terms.
monomial, this is a monomial, this is a binomial. And this is a what? Trinomial. Okay,
Like I
next.
said, I'm not good with vocab.
Okay, so what are we gonna do?
We're gonna do the stuff.
We're gonna do the stuff. Okay,
Plug F or plug G
So-
into F.
the thing furthest on the right into the one on the left, yes?
For the X.
I need to move you two.
Miss May.
Are you taking notes?
Me?
Yeah,
Does
No.
that stuff count?
do this,
No, I'm not taking notes, Miss May.
do this.
Listen here for the bottom of it.
Okay, he's not effectively taking notes.
Oh, yes, he is.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Shh. Austin, you're not doing the problem like I said do.
I'm getting on my nerves, alright?
Short answer your problem, don't do it.
I think I skipped, didn't I?
It is X plus 2 and then 4. That's it.
There.
So the first one is put G in for F. We'll put
Yep.
in- Okay.
Dropped your hat.
Thank you.
Isn't there a snake in your boot?
Is that an open circle?
Yes.
Og.
What? I forgot about that.
Don't you forget. Go. You know, that's exactly what I thought.
How's it going? Okay. You learned something last year, right? Taught you something?
What?
Wait, what did we learn last year?
I'm wondering.
thinks I learned something.
I'm hoping.
Yo, Miss May.
On the middle one, I'm not looking at your answer.
Okay, don't look at me.
But since we put F into G, it's like 4 minus.
X squared.
I feel like I did that.
So your x is x plus 2. So you need to square x plus 2.
Okay.
Just square the -2.
Oh, I forgot my negative. I forgot my square over here, didn't I?
Yeah, and then you forget.
Well, I didn't forget because I didn't write
I
it.
was literally just sitting here confused. I was like,
That's why you have to say Mrs. Mick. Didn't you forget that?
Well,
Shouldn't that
I
be-
just thought I was
Wouldn't that be
being
negative
stupid.
x squared minus 4x, or? Yeah.
No, because this would be -4, and -4 and +4 would be 0. Yes?
Repeat that.
This would be -4 because I have to distribute my negative. And then I have a +4 and a -4, which would be 0.
Oh,
I am so confused.
I forgot.
Isaiah, ask me a specific question so I can answer it, please.
Forgot about
First
it.
one.
The first one?
Yes.
Okay.
You're plugging F
No.
into F.
G into F. G is this whole thing.
Yes.
So that whole thing goes in for that x.
Yes.
So 4 minus x squared plus 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. Yes?
Yeah, I made a stupid mistake.
Okay. Elena.
So on the last one, don't you put -2 in G first before, wait,
You,
in F and then,
you can do it that way, or you can plug it into my answer. I'm plugging into my answer right here. So I get -4.
wait, which answer?
My answer is right here.
Oh, okay. Because we did that one.
Because, look,
But I'm going to show you the other way too, because that's a good thing to do. So I'm going to plug it in here. So -2 squared is +2, and then you have a negative, correct? And then -4 times -2 is 8. So I get 4. Now what you were asking is if I plug it into F first. Yes, I can. If I plug it into F first, I get -2 plus 2, which is 0. And then I plug that into G, so get 4 minus 0, which is 4. Did I get the same answer both ways?
Yes.
Yes. Now, the one with the graph, guys, they give you an F and a G graph. You do this. So you'd say when x is -2, so you get -2, it's here. So then whatever that answer is, then I take that answer and put it over where? Here for my x. So I take an x, get out a y, do it. And it's really kind of matching up. It's kind of fun once you get to it. Is that different? Okay, try these on your own again. I think this is our last. Yep.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's not new that I check all the time.
It is.
This is the last example, so try them. Okay, we'll start in a minute. Sound good?
That sounds great.
Thanks.
Can you do that? The guy named recording the tag group is Thurl Rated
No one cares. Yo, what did you
Okay,
just say?
can we please focus? Some people may be able to talk and walk. I don't know who these students are. They must be trash.
Yep, they are trash.
Wrong.
Oops.
Neither student put their name on them.
Good, I'm glad.
my bad.
Are they filled out?
Me and Natalie's name are on there.
Yeah, me and Austin are on there. My name's on.
Natalie's name out. Awesome.
I would assume this is Brad's.
Love us.
This is Mick. My name's online.
Is it filled out?
Okay.
No, but I comment.
Also just love that I can make good problems.
Here, you'll have time to fill out. Bradley, sit down and do the problems.
Yeah.
Sit. Okay, shh.
Awesome. Never mind how we got that practice. Oh, it's fully filled out.
Wish I could get that away. I guess I probably should pay for it, then I'd go away.
That would be true, but how
no.
expensive?
Not until it works 100% of the time. Okay, so let's go through the first one, make sure I did it right. This is F composed of G, yes? So G, the whole trinomial has to go in for the X. So 2 parentheses X squared plus 2X plus 1. Then I distribute my 2 and combine like terms. How do we do on that one?
I got it right.
Good? Okay, don't pack up because I'm assuming we're going to go long because I'm math testing anyway. Okay, the next one is G of F of X. Okay, so that means I'm going to put F into G, right? So it's going to be 2X plus 1 squared plus 2 times 2X plus 1 minus 1. So I have to FOIL out the first, so I get 4X squared plus 4X plus 1. I have to distribute my 2 on the second, so 4X plus 2 minus 1, and then combine like terms. How did that one go? Good?
Where did you get the second 4x?
This one?
Yeah.
I FOILed 2X plus 1. So
Okay.
2X plus 1 times 2X plus 1.
Okay.
So 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, the next one says F composed of F of negative 4. So 2 different ways. I did F composed of F first. So I put F into F. Do you see that? Distribute, simplify, so I got 4X plus 3. Then I plugged in negative 4 and got 4 times negative 4 plus 3, which is negative 13.
Yeah.
Or I could put negative 4 into F and then put it back into F. So down here, I have 2 times negative 4 plus 1 is negative 7. And then I take the negative 7, I put it in X, and got out a what? Y. Now I put that in again. So 2 times negative 7 plus 1 is negative 14 plus 1 is negative 13. Did I get the same answer both ways? I better have, right?
I did not. I'm blind and I saw only 4. So what would it look like if it was a positive?
It was a positive 4,
Yeah.
so it'd be 16, 19. Answer would be 19.
Okay, I did it right.
Okay. So, make sure before you move on, you've written down the right problem. That causes a lot of issues, doesn't it? When we can't get the right answer and we forgot a negative. So your assignment is on the board, and honestly, guys, we went through both these notes.